I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist, and this is Equal Entertainment. Matthew McConaughey is joining a growing number of stars sending aid to help wildfire victims in Hawaii. McConaughey is sponsoring a flight to deliver emergency supplies. He's partnering with the group Baby to Baby. McConaughey says the flight will deliver hundreds of thousands of emergency supplies and will have an immediate impact on children and families. The wildfires in Maui have killed more than 100 people, and it is the deadliest wildfire in the U.S. in more than 100 years. The Barbie movie has made more than $1 billion worldwide, but another nation is now banning it. Algeria's culture minister says the Barbie movie is damaging morals. The government ordered the film pulled from theaters, but an Algerian news site said cinemas showing Barbie had been packed for weeks. Algeria joins Vietnam, Kuwait, and Lebanon as the only countries to ban Barbie from theaters. He's got 99 problems, but membership ain't one. The Brooklyn Public Library and Jay-Z's record label Roc Nation released 13 limited edition library cards featuring artwork from his albums. And it's led to a big spike in memberships. The Brooklyn-born mogul and the borough's library system collabed ahead of the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. The library card was given to 14,000 people who created new library accounts. The library president and CEO says that this highlights Jay-Z's impact on the community. The Jay-Z-themed library cards are available for free for New York State residents. Actor and performer Shekinah made history as the first trans person to play a series regular on a network sitcom, In Connecting. Now she's going back to her performing roots with her one-woman show, Songs and Stories with Shekinah. It's taking place at the New Works Festival by TheaterWorks. I want to touch on Songs and Stories with Shekinah, a musical TheaterWorks fundraiser and party that you are performing. And I want to begin by asking you a little bit about your history with TheaterWorks and what folks can expect from this event.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be coming back to TheaterWorks. Actually, the first time I performed there was years ago. I'm guessing like 2015 or 16, when I had a solo show that talked about my decision to begin my gender transition journey. And TheaterWorks was actually the first nonprofit regional theater that gave me the space to share this deeply personal story. And so now I'm coming back to share kind of my newest piece of theater that I'm making, which is finally not something autobiographical, but still really dear to my heart around trans storytelling. And I mean, I love the theater company. I love their commitment to developing new work. I'm grateful for the ways they've supported me and so many artists in the past. And I'm super excited to be sharing. This is like the first evening that I will be sharing all the songs from my new musical, Five and Dime. So I'm just, it's really going to be a lot of fun.
I wonder for, the evening for TheaterWorks,
Yeah.
is it going to be just songs from Five and Dime, or do you have a
Yeah.
cabaret situation planned?
Well, I thought about doing a cabaret situation, and then earlier this year, I did a concert in New York with a full cast where we sang the songs from Five and Dime, and it was like the first public showing of the music, and I was like, "Oh, this music is so good! I just want to keep sharing it."
Yes.
And I'm also, because I am a total musical theater nerd, and I love the developmental process. I love hearing writers talk about how they write. I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to bring forward the songs of the show to the New Works Festival at TheaterWorks, and instead of just being like, here's the story of Five and Dime and here are the songs, to talk about how I wrote the songs and how these songs came into being. So it's not just going to be like, a concert of Five and Dime. It's going to be like a BTS look at how we adapted Five and Dime from a play to a musical, working internationally during a global pandemic. And, I'll be sharing a bunch of stories from my own life as an artist creating, but also the ways that I had to dig into my experience to create these voices for all of these characters, not just Joanne, but all the characters in the play.
Yeah, wonderful. And I wonder, are you able to tease any of what we might hear, or a story that you feel comfortable kind of teasing here that you intend to share?
Yeah, sure. There at the center of this story is a relationship between a cis woman and a trans woman, and the love they shared in high school
Yeah.
before the trans woman was able to come out and be herself. And the trauma of trying to bridge that gap, that dissonance between our bodies and our desires and our adolescent, passions. And um, in the play, I think originally there were some gaps in the storytelling where we didn't really get to understand what that experience was like for these two people to come together in an attempt to love one another when they didn't understand themselves. And so, in order to kind of bring forward the juicy nostalgia of that kind of adolescent love and heartbreak, I had to dip into my own life and think about the relationships that I, as a young trans person, when I was still like moving through the world as a teenage boy, the love that I shared and made with women. And it was a really interesting opportunity for me to revisit my pansexuality and also think about the other side of that relationship and the women who loved me and whose love I didn't know how to receive, because I wasn't able to love myself. And so, that is a sort of undercurrent in the musical that we're bringing forward, and I'm so excited about it because I feel like it's really healing. There's so much tension and difficulty sometimes in because of the ways that we hurt ourselves and each other when we're young and confused and the world is not on our side. And now we have a new moment where we can revisit a lot of those old wounds and kind of bathe them in forgiveness and tenderness. And that's what I tried to do as a lyricist, giving voice to all of these complicated feelings. And I'm really excited to share that with people. The concert, Songs and Stories with Shakina, is happening at TheaterWorks Silicon Valley on Friday. And all the ticket information is online at theaterworks.org.
Gal Gadot is back in action as Rachel Stone in the new movie Heart of Stone. Advocate Channel's Rachel Smith spoke with Gadot about the thriller along with co-star Aaliyah Bhatt, who's making her Hollywood feature film debut. We should mention that this interview was filmed before the SAG-AFTRA strike.
How many in the welcome party?
6 of them. Finesse the majors, that's my form of reparations. They said you can't slide, you're a treasure to the nation.
Hardly seems fair.
She's developing a sense of humor.
Hello, Rachel.
How's it going, Rachel? It's like looking into a mirror.
Listen, it makes my heart so happy when I see an empowered female character like Rachel Stone in a film like this. I'm like, yes.
I'm happy. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, my name just got that much cooler for sure. You guys, what a fun thrill ride. I mean, I'm still thinking about the movie. I just watched it last night. I think you guys are going to give Mr. Tom Cruise a run for his money for biggest action film of the summer. Okay?
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy you loved the movie so much. Thank you. That was the intention.
Yes, well, mission accomplished for sure.
Don't know if you can be trusted. I'm standing you down, Rachel.
I don't care. We have no idea what they're capable of. I need to shut it all down.
Showtime!
What is the one superhero skill that came in most handy in taking on this role?
Being able to learn stunt coordination fairly quick. I think because I used to be a dancer, it comes like I can click into it very quick. I would say that the hand-to-hand combat, that was the one that I was like, yes, give it to me.
Well, listen, home of MMA, that was very impressive. It really was.
Nice. Rachel, you're full of surprises.
I love it. So is this movie. Aaliyah, by the way, congratulations. I mean, come on. This is your first big Hollywood debut. In Vegas, we call that hitting the jackpot, my friend.
Thank you. I'm happy. I'm happy to hit the jackpot.
You can watch the Advocate Channel live by downloading our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist, and thank you for watching.